He was found lying in an alley behind a grocery store, dragging himself forward with his front paws because his back legs would not move at all. No collar, no microchip, no history. Just a small tuxedo cat, black and white, soaked from the rain, pulling his own body across the wet concrete like it was the only thing left he knew how to do. Someone called it in. Someone always calls it in eventually. The shelter intake form had one line under cause of condition. It said, unknown. The vet tech who examined him found no visible injury, no broken spine, no obvious trauma, just 2 rear legs that simply did not respond. Whether it was an old injury that never healed right, a birth defect, or something worse, no one could say for certain. They named him Oreo because of the black patch over one eye and the white one over the other. A paralyzed cat in an underfunded shelter is a quiet kind of tragedy. There is no cruelty in it, no villain, just too many animals, too few hands, and not nearly enough time. The staff did what they could. They kept him clean, they kept him fed, they kept him alive. They tried, more than once, to find him a foster. Nobody wants the extra work. Nobody wants the vet bills that come with a body that does not move the way it should. A healthy kitten finds a home in days. A cat who cannot stand finds himself forgotten in a back room behind a door most visitors never open. But alive is not the same as living. For 11 weeks, Oreo sat in the back kennel while people walked past him toward the cats who could stand up and greet them at the bars. Nobody stops for the one who cannot walk to the front of his own cage. Then, one Tuesday afternoon, Margaret walked in. She was 58 years old, a retired physical therapist. For 30 years, she had spent her days teaching human bodies how to move again, stroke patients relearning how to lift a spoon, spinal injury survivors relearning how to stand. She had watched grown men cry the first time they took 3 steps on their own. Her husband had passed away 7 months earlier. The house, which used to be loud with 2 voices and 2 coffee cups every morning, had become unbearably quiet. She still made 2 cups some mornings out of habit, before remembering halfway through pouring the second one. Her daughter had suggested a hobby. Her son had suggested therapy. Neither of them had suggested a cat, least of all one who could not walk. She was not looking for a cat that afternoon. She told the volunteers she just wanted to look. Then she saw him. Oreo was in the back kennel, dragging himself toward his water bowl with the same slow, stubborn determination she had seen 100 times before, in patients, in hospital hallways, in people who refused to accept that their bodies were finished with them. She did not see a broken cat. She saw a body that had not yet been taught what it could still do. Margaret sat down on the cold floor in front of his cage. She did not reach for him. She did not talk baby talk. She simply watched him move, the way she used to watch a patient's gait before deciding on a treatment plan. "He's not paralyzed," she said quietly to the shelter director. "He's untrained." She signed the papers that same afternoon. The first night home, Oreo hid under the couch, dragging himself into the smallest, darkest corner he could find. Margaret did not force him out. She simply sat on the floor nearby with a book and read out loud, the way she used to talk to patients who were too afraid to try. She left food close enough for him to reach. By morning, the bowl was empty. What followed was 6 weeks that Margaret would later describe as the most important work of her life. She built him a small custom wheelchair from a kit, adjusting the straps herself the way she once adjusted braces for human patients. She mapped out short, careful sessions, hip stretches, gentle resistance, muscle stimulation with her own hands, twice a day, every day, without fail. She kept a small notebook by the kitchen door, the way she once kept charts for her human patients: range of motion, muscle response, mood. She wrote down every small change, even the ones that seemed too small to matter, because she knew from decades of practice that recovery is never one big leap. It's 100 invisible inches, added up quietly over time.
Welcome back to the show. Today we're diving into the intersection of AI and creative expression. She used the same words she had used for 3 decades in hospital gyms. "Good boy, one more, you've got it." Except now she whispered them to a small tuxedo cat lying on a folded towel in her kitchen floor. Week 1, Oreo could only tolerate 2 minutes of stretching before he grew tired and irritated. Week 2, he began to tolerate the wheelchair for short bursts, rolling a few feet before collapsing, exhausted but not defeated. Week 3, something in his hips began to respond. A twitch, a flicker, a tiny involuntary kick that made Margaret cry right there on the kitchen floor. If a story like this is reaching you today, it's because someone somewhere refused to give up on an animal everyone else walked past. Stay with us, because what happened in week 6 changes everything. By week 4, Oreo could push himself upright on his front legs and hold the position for nearly 10 seconds. Margaret timed it on her phone like a proud coach, whispering the same words over and over. "Good boy. One more. You've got it." Week 5 brought the first real movement, a single back leg shifting forward on its own, just an inch, just once. Margaret didn't celebrate out loud. She had learned over 30 years that the body does not like to be rushed. She simply kept going, kept whispering, kept believing before there was any proof to believe in. Then came week 6. It was an ordinary Thursday morning. Margaret set him down on the kitchen tile for his usual session, expecting the same slow, careful routine. Instead, Oreo pushed himself up on all 4 legs. He stood there, wobbling, trembling, disbelieving of his own body, and then he took one step, then another. Then, astonishingly, he walked the length of the kitchen floor and pressed his head against Margaret's leg, the way cats do when they finally feel safe enough to ask for love instead of survival. Margaret sat down on the floor and sobbed, the same way she used to when a stroke patient took their first unassisted steps after a year of therapy. Except this time, there was no hospital gown, no clipboard, just her kitchen, her cat, and 30 years of patience finally paying off in the quietest, most private victory of her life. Oreo still uses his wheelchair for long walks and tired days, but most mornings now, he simply walks to Margaret's side of the bed on his own 4 legs and waits for her to wake up. People sometimes ask Margaret if adopting a special needs animal was hard. She always gives the same answer. "It wasn't hard, it was familiar. I just had one more patient to teach how to walk again. I just didn't know he'd end up teaching me how to keep going too." This is a story about second chances, about what it means to be broken and still undefeated, about a woman who thought she was saving a cat and a cat who quietly, patiently saved her right back. Some bodies just need someone to believe in them a little longer than everyone else was willing to. Some hearts, too, just need one more reason to keep opening. If this story moved you even a little, share it with someone who needs a reminder that recovery is rarely fast, but it is almost always possible. Have you ever adopted a special needs animal or watched something you loved learn to move again? Tell us your story in the comments below.